Hey there everybody, and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and in this part we'll be taking on the Museum of Oddities. Something you guys might have noticed in the last episode I did is that I have every single thing for the Museum of Oddities in my inventory, and you might be thinking, how did that happen? And wait, when did I get... Oh right, I got those from my house in Cyrodiil. I completely forgot about that. But I have every single thing for the Museum of Oddities. And I simply spent hours and hours and hours and hours looking, but I never got them. So I instead used console commands so I could save everyone time. This isn't available on console, so I will tell you right now. Every item there has only a 1% chance of spawning in at any time, and you can get duplicates. If you don't feel like doing that, there's no harm in doing it. That's why I'm doing this quest, so that you guys don't have to. That's why I do all of the tedious and ridiculous quests. But I digress. Now we actually have to do the quest.
You wish an escort, Lord?
Yes.
Of course, sire.
You wish an escort, Lord?
Of course.
Of course, sire.
Always a pleasure.
I will be going over good places to find these and get these in general. We got really lucky getting two of them really close to each other back when we were doing the Symbols of Office quest, but that's not common. You will not have that happen much. Where'd the... Oh, you went the long way.
You honor me, Lord.
Wait, that's the mysteries. Here it is, the Museum of Everyone's in Bed. And this was not thought through. So, how are all the townsfolk? Your lord's walking among you. Alright. Now we can actually go into the Museum of Oddities. Now, something that is particularly odd about the museum...
I hope you're enjoying the museum. I hope you're enjoying the museum.
Something that is particularly odd about the Museum of Oddities... Oh my god.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, follow me, follow me. Come on, you guys, let's put you to wait out here. Wait here until I return.
Shall I
Wait here until I return. There we go.
I hope you're enjoying the museum.
Let's just go somewhere else then. Out of sight, out of mind. Ring of Desiccation. There's another thing in here I can steal from her. But I don't remember what. That's interesting, actually. You get a bunch of Fellmore red wine, Bernice's summer wine. That's cool. Awesome. I'm a terrible person. And the Gatekeeper's arm. So we're stealing all of those.
Enjoying the museum.
I used to admire you, but it turns out you're just a sinner like all the rest of us.
You shouldn't be saying that. Huh?
Goodbye. Is this your first time to the museum? Perhaps you would care for a tour. I am the curator of the Museum of Oddities, Una Armina. Have we met? You look familiar. Anyway, I'm always looking for new exhibits, so remember me when you come across anything odd.
The museum tour.
Would you like a tour of the museum?
Yes, I'd like it. No, not right now.
That's fine. Feel free to look around on your own.
Here, let me save here,
Goodbye.
because there's a certain glitch associated with this.
Welcome to the Museum of Oddities, Lord Sheogorath. I have collected all the wonders of your lands here.
I'm gonna need that. But there's a certain glitch associated with this, where in which she will break during the tour and not complete the tour of the museum if you have stolen things from her.
Would you like a tour of the museum?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Follow me and I'll show you around my little collection of oddities. There used to be a Pygmy Skull here. I was sure of it. My very first oddity. I couldn't have imagined that, could I? Oh, well, let's move on. You haven't seen a huge severed arm with an axe for a hand anywhere, have you? I seem to have misplaced mine. Oh, well.
This is kind of funny, but also really sad.
Here's the Ring of... Well, now, where did it go? Things have a way of disappearing around here that's enough to drive a person insane. Welcome to the Museum of Oddities, Lord Sheogorath. I have collected all the wonders of your lands here.
Museum tour?
Would you like a tour of the museum?
Not right now.
That's fine.
Oddities.
I'm always looking for new oddities to add to my collection. Anything unusual, bizarre, strange, or disturbing, bring it to me. I do pay a nominal finder's fee, but of course the real reward is your contribution to posterity. Do you have anything that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Offer a blind watcher's eye.
Oh, how deliciously odd. I've never seen a blind watcher's eye before. It will have a place of honor in the museum.
200 gold.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
A deformed swamp tentacle. By the way, the Sharagoras-shaped amber is truly the most heinous thing to acquire, but I'll go over that when it's time. Take the swamp tentacle.
Wonderful! Looking at the tentacle, I'm not sure whether to be disgusted or terrified. Just the kind of thing I'm looking for.
Oddities.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Sharagoras-shaped amber.
Well, if it doesn't look just like you, so lifelike, my patrons are going to absolutely adore this.
Of course, there's alternate dialogue that'll be popping up at the end of the video for that, but that's beside the point. Oddities.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Pelvis of Pelagius.
That's amazing! The Pelvis of Pelagius III, an honoured madman if there ever was one. Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to...
Yeah, she offers different varying amounts of gold depending on which ones you turn in. Those will pop up on the side of the screen as well. But Din's ashes?
This is unusual. The ashes of a famous madman are perfect for my museum.
Sure, not at all a reference. Oddities?
Have you found a new oddity?
Two-Headed Septum.
2 Tibers are always better than 1, I always say. We'll take good care of him here in the museum, don't you worry.
Oddities?
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
A soul tomato. The soul tomato is interesting. It operates exactly like a soul gem.
Oh my, that is odd. I've never even heard of such a thing before. We'll find a nice place for it here in the museum.
Oddities?
Have you found a new oddity that you...
Oh, now we're getting near the bottom here. The mixing bowl.
A bowl that you mix potions in? Well, it doesn't seem all that odd to me. Well, I can see you're trying, so I'll find somewhere to put it.
That's adorable, thank you.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Houndstooth Key.
What a perfect little oddity. Just strange enough that it makes you go, but not so strange as to become a miracle or an omen. Thank you.
I'm very concerned with at least a good portion of your collection.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Dagger of Friendship.
Well, isn't that just the oddest thing? A dagger that heals people.
Who would make such a thing and why?
I absolutely adore it.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
You know, I would like to say I really do like the Dagger of Friendship as well. It's a very interesting thing. Anyways, the Ring of Disrobing, which will genuinely disrobe you and remove all your clothing, and you will not be able to put it back on while the ring is on.
Oh my, how wonderful! A ring that removes people's clothing. This will be one of my most popular exhibits, I'm sure.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Mute Screaming Maw.
Oh, how cute. Look how it tries and tries to scream, but no sound comes out. Oh, this is perfect for my museum.
You scare me. Still. Oddities?
Have you found a new oddity?
And now we're at the ones that you only get dialogue for if you stole them. The Pygmy Skull.
Oh, that looks just like a little skull I used to have.
I would love to have one back, but the museum just isn't drawing the crowds anymore.
Never mind.
How mercenary of you. You and I both know the museum is the rightful home for such an oddity. I hope you change your mind eventually.
Unlikely. Oddities.
Have you found...
The Gatekeeper's arm.
Interesting. I could have sworn I used to have an arm like that in my museum. I had just the place for it. If only I could afford to buy it.
Never mind.
I'm surprised at your attitude. Here I thought you were a patron of my museum. I only hope you change your mind one day.
And the last one, the Ring of Desiccation.
Oh, a Ring of Desiccation. That's one of my... well, was one of my favourite oddities. If I had the money, I'd buy it off you right now.
Never mind.
Have it your way. The honour of having one of their items on display in the museum is enough for most people, but not you, it seems. Have you found a new...
I feel really bad for saying no to her, considering this is her life's work.
Oh, that looks just like a little...
You can have it for free.
Well, aren't you a darling? I know just where I'm going to put this.
Have you found...
Oddities? The Gatekeeper's arm?
Interesting. I could have sworn I used to have an arm like that.
Right. Here, take it.
How generous of you. You just give it to me. You are a true lover of oddities, aren't you?
I actually do like the oddities in this museum. They're fun.
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to...
Take the Ring of Desiccation.
Oh, a Ring of Desiccation. That's one of my... well, was one of my...
That's a lovely gesture. Thank you so much. Everyone will be so glad to have the ring back where it belongs.
You don't charge money for your tours. Oddities?
Have you found a new one?
Not right now.
Well, just keep looking and I'm sure something odd will turn up.
Nope, that's everything. She does not accept duplicates either, so all of the duplicate oddities that you can get are pointless. However, her place is not really populated. She hasn't placed them yet. I forgot it takes her time. Let her walk around, put things down. Oh.
Have you found any new oddities?
No, keep putting these down. I want to hear the tour. Also, let's just take a look at the journal entries for the Museum of Oddities. They're a pretty long bunch. Yeah, that's neat, isn't it? You just have this tiny little side quest that tells you everything about a thing. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it had a different, look to it. Houndstooth Key. Oh, it is a key.
Ah, my favorite patron. Anything odd to show me?
Dagger of Friendship. She's not really moving in a reasonable way here, but we're keeping up. I found all the interesting items for which Una Armina was searching. Now she'll put down the Gatekeeper's arm, and her entire museum is filled up. What is that? That's the Sheogorath-shaped amber. It doesn't really look like Sheogorath to me. Or me.
My favorite patron. Anything odd to show me?
No.
Welcome to the Museum of Oddities, Lord Shea.
Oddities?
Have you found a new oddity?
No.
Oh,
What?
would you like a tour?
Yes.
Wonderful. Follow me and I'll show you around my little collection of oddities.
I also remember this place being much bigger, but maybe that was just, childhood fantasy kind of thing.
Look closely and you'll see a tiny skull. These pygmies used to live in the Shivering Isles until they were all eaten by grummites, poor dears. Here's a real oddity for you, an arm of one of the Gatekeepers. This one was killed by... Oh, I forget now. A lovely specimen in any case.
Yeah, that was definitely killed by me.
Up here is a little beauty. The Ring of Desiccation. Walk on water and breathe underwater at the same time. Odd, if you think about it for a minute.
That is sufficiently silly. I like it.
Here you see the Blind Watcher's Eye, a most unusual specimen collected at great peril by some intrepid adventurer.
You have a poor memory, ma'am.
Here, in this case, is a disgustingly deformed swamp tentacle. Such a freak of nature has never been seen before, and hopefully not since either. This right here is one of my favourites. A lump of amber in the shape of your head, my lord. A very popular item too, if I may be so bold. Over here is the Pelvis of Pelagius, the greatest emperor that Tamriel has ever seen, as well as being completely mad. Here we have the mortal remains of a fellow named Din, who, as I understand, was driven mad and killed himself. A truly demented act.
Okay.
This is a lovely little oddity. A two-headed septum. Take your time, there's no rush. Here's something truly odd. A soul tomato. A tomato that can act like a soul gem. No one has yet been able to explain it.
Why do you say it like that? Oh, God.
Ah, my favorite patron. Anything odd to show me?
This one is perhaps more unusual than truly odd, but some people enjoy it. Truth be told, I only display it as a favour to the donor.
Oh, that's very nice.
A lovely little oddity.
A key made from a hound's tooth. And no one even knows what it opens. Imagine that. Shall we move on?
Well, that's because it doesn't open anything. It's just a random thing.
Here's a new addition to the museum, one of my favourites. A dagger that heals whomever it cuts. Isn't that deliciously odd?
Yes, I genuinely love that little thing.
The Ring of Disrobing. Removes your clothes if you put it on.
Now don't you go trying it. I have enough oddities on display already.
That is such a mundane
I love
joke.
this one. It's a screaming moor that can't scream. Isn't that just the oddest thing you've ever seen? I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Feel free to stay and browse for as long as you like.
I want to see if there's extra dialogue for stealing all of these. If not, I'll just turn them all back in. Ma'am? Don't make me. Look away. Oh, fine. I can't kill her. Right, I already stole that one once. I don't need to steal it again. Oh. Thank you for turning around. Anyways,
Welcome to the...
let's do another tour.
Would you like a...
Yes.
one?
Yeah, Pygmy Skull.
Closely, and you'll see a tiny skull. These pygmies used to live in the Shivering Isles until they were all eaten by grummites, poor dears.
Oh.
Here's a real oddity for you. An arm of one of the Gatekeepers. This one was killed by... oh, I forget now. A lovely specimen in any case.
That was killed by me. Me.
I hope you're enjoying the museum. Up here is a little beauty. The Ring of Desiccation. Walk on water and breathe underwater at the same time.
I really still like that ring. It's so dumb. It's beautiful. Anything else? You do have more dialogue.
Here is... well, I think there used to be something very odd here, but it seems to be missing now. Let's move on. You know, I always walk over here thinking there's another exhibit, but there never is. Oh, silly me.
You're sad.
This case is waiting for something especially odd. If you run across anything odd, be sure to bring it by, and it might end up on display here.
Ma'am, you're depressing me.
I could have sworn that I used to keep something very odd on this shelf. Oh well, let's move on. Yes, I've been meaning to put something here, but it seems I haven't gotten around to it. Although I distinctly remember preparing an exhibit.
Oh boy.
Well, this case seems to be empty. Strange. I'm sure that yesterday... oh, my memory just isn't what it used to be. Let's see what else we can find. Were you in here last week? Wasn't there an exhibit in this case, then? Oh, well, I must just be going senile.
Oh my god, this is just sad.
I hope you're enjoying the museum.
Hurry along.
As you can see, I have plenty of space here for new oddities, so think of me when you run across anything odd. I think something's missing from this shelf. Or it could be just my old brain playing tricks on me again. Oh well, let's continue the tour, shall we?
Are you okay?
Oh, that's strange. I thought there was something else here. Oh, well, no matter. Just losing my mind or something. Right this way.
This is just sad.
This case here I'm saving for something special. Wouldn't you like to be the one to find something odd enough to go on display here? Oh, yes, I've already shown you this shelf, haven't I? My poor old brain just isn't what it used to be.
I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Feel free to Welcome to the Have you...
Just take them all.
Have you found... Interesting.
Oh, she has different dialogue? Alright, you go ahead and place that, ma'am. Theft.
Welcome to the Museum of Oddities, Lord Shea.
Museum to Oddities.
Have you found a new one?
The Blind Watcher's Eye.
I could swear I once had a blind watcher's eye just like that. I would like to replace it, but the funds just aren't available.
Well, never mind.
Have it your way. The honor of having one of their items.
Alright, so...
I...
Doesn't have a different dialogue for absolutely everything, but it's worth checking. Deformed Swamp Tentacle.
Interesting. It looks vaguely familiar. Like I once had one of these on display. I only wish I had the funds to buy it off you. I'm surprised at your attitude. Here... Have you...
Here you go. You don't have any extra dialogue there, do
Have
you?
you
Sugar-shaped ember.
This looks just like the one I have, well, had in the museum. It seems to have been misplaced. I wish I had the funds to buy it off you.
No.
I'm surprised.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't have anything extra to say if you say no, so we'll just give it to her.
You really are a dear. A true friend of the museum. Perhaps Lord Sheogorath himself will come to see the exhibit one day.
Oh.
Have you found a new...
Here, have the pelvis.
But I already have. Or had. How odd. It seems to be missing. I'm sorry. I don't have the funds to purchase it from you. Again.
You can have it for free.
Fantastic. I can't tell you what it means to me to have this in my collection. You are a good soul.
Oddities?
Have you found a new oddity?
Din's Ashes?
Where did you find that? I was sure I once had Din's Ashes on display here. I wish I had the funds to replace them. They were very popular.
Here, you can just take it.
Thank you, dearie. My museum just wasn't the same without the ashes on display.
Oddities?
Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
The Two-Headed Septum.
I already have one of... Wait a moment, no. That's the one I can't find now. If only I had the money to buy it off you.
Just take it, please.
How sweet. You truly are a patron of the odd.
This is making me feel sad.
Have you found a new oddity that...
Have the soul tomato.
That looks just like the one I used to have. Or maybe I saw it in a book. In any case, I wish I could afford to buy it from you, but...
Here, just take it.
Really? For free? That's so generous of you. I'll put this tomato right back where it belongs in a place of honor.
Have
Have you found a new oddity?
Mixing bowl.
Seems like I've seen one of those before. But I guess it is odd enough for the museum. But I certainly can't justify buying it from you.
Here, just take it.
Such a benefactor. I'll be sure to mention your generosity to all my other patrons. Have you found...
Houndstooth?
What luck! I seem to have misplaced the one I used to have on display. I really can't afford to buy it from you, though.
Here.
Oh, you are a sweetie. The museum hasn't been the same since this went missing. It's so nice of you to donate it to the cause of oddity. Have you found a new oddity that...
Dagger of Friendship?
Oh, yes, I have one of those. No, that's the one that I misplaced the other day. I'd really like to replace it, but funds are so tight.
You can have it for free.
I don't know what to say. You're such a dear. I'm going to put this dagger right back where it belongs.
Oddities?
Have you found a new one?
The Ring of Disrobing.
That's just like one that's gone missing from my museum.
If only I had the funds to replace it. Oh. Oh my, I'm so glad to have this back. People have been asking me what happened to my Ring of Disrobing, and I just didn't know what to tell them. Have you found a new oddity that...
Have the mute screaming maw, it's the last one.
I've been looking for one of those to replace the one I used to have on display. At least I think I did. Oh, I truly wish I could afford to buy it.
You can have it for free.
Wonderful! I'll put you on my list of special donors. It's a very exclusive list, you know. Have you found a...
No, I haven't.
See you.
I haven't found any
You
new
honor
ones.
me, Lord.
Shall I continue with you?
Follow me. I am a sinner.
Shall I...
I've done terrible things, and they make me feel bad. Now, however, we're going to go into a little bit of detail and show off some extra things to make hunting down the oddities easier, which I think, yeah, that freed up a little bit of inventory space. Not a lot. We still have all of this stuff that we need to go drop off. Alright, forgot I have the Wabachak now. Having officially completed the task. Oh well. You can actually find the Blind Watcher's Eye in a lot of different places, but my favorite place to go is here. You'll find one of them very easily in the Naughty Bramble Lost Crypt Zone. Now, this is the third area in this dungeon, so you do have to do a little bit of traveling to get to it, but it's... Oh. I'm surprised you guys kept up. But it is worth it. The other two places are going to be showing up on screen now, just little clips or little pictures of where to find them. There is actually a really easy to get Deformed Swamp Tentacle very early on in the game. It is down this way. Just follow the wall here from the fringe, or just after getting out of the Gates of Madness, and you will find one somewhere along the wall. Oh, there we go. There they are, right there. Just floating there on a rocky outcropping. They're genuinely deformed. You gotta have a little bit of a high enough acrobatic skill to get to it, but it's actually the easiest one to reach in the game. There we go. Or do you have to have a high enough acrobatic skill? I think actually with this series of rocks here, yeah, you still need a high enough acrobatic skill. That's okay. There are other ones that'll pop up on screen now. Now, of course, Din's ashes only pop up in the Abraka crematorium. Alright, I'm just ignoring you guys. Yeah, they'll only pop up in the crematorium, though. Which is down this direction. Hidden behind a button. Where is that button? Down further this way? No, it can't be. Curses, it has been too long. I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Push button. This opens up. Go through here. You're not supposed to be a respawning character, but right in here should be at least Din's ashes or somewhere on one of these shelves. I don't remember exactly where. But we've already went through and gained it, and it's just cool to explore this area, so I recommend doing it. Yeah, that's a fractured humerus. The easiest place to find the Mute Screaming Maw is actually in the Can Arena Zone. Oh, hear it. Oh my god. What is going on here? Well, either way, the Mute Screaming Maw is here in the Arena Zone. Your entrance is right there. Just turn left and come over here. I don't know why these are here. The other locations for the Screaming Maw will pop up. Oh god, I'm getting murdered. On screen. The Pelvis of Pelagius can only be obtained during the quest, Symbols of Office. Yeah, it can. And it's locked until that quest specifically, so you can't actually get to it. You guys are rude. But, since the only way you can get it is by progressing the DLC's main quest, I'm actually not going to go into detail on this one. You guys can just find it on your own. Now, pretty much everything else is found randomly in containers. I forgot you guys were with me. I don't know how. But, you can actually find... Oh, hey.
It is good to see you again, friend.
You can actually
Always a good
find...
idea to protect yourself.
At
I can help with
least...
that.
Let me think about it for a second. I have notes. The Soul Tomato, Two-Headed Coin, Mixing Bowl, Houndstooth Key, Ring of Disrobing, and Dagger of Friendship can be found in the Missing Pauldron for sale with this guy. Which I think is pretty nice. It's pretty interesting that you can actually find those here. You don't inherently need to. He sells lettuce. That's a nice thing there.
You see, I am the master smith of New
Yeah. There is also an error on the wiki if people are using the wiki as reference. Every single one of these, such as the Deformed Swamp Tentacle, the Mute Screaming Maw, and the Blind Watcher's Eye are all labeled. However, certain ones might not be, so I can understand the issue there. That's probably why I couldn't find any to put up clips. But it's specifically listed that the Blind Watcher's Eye on the Wikipedia is just called the Watcher's Eye, and that's not true. I showed that in the videos themselves. In this video itself, actually. The best place to find the Shaggoth-shaped amber, based on Wikipedia's recommendations for this, is not Bone Chamber. I don't know if I agree with that. I think there's another area that has a specifically better amount of amber stumps, and I'm waiting to explore this until a different point. We are at Not Bone Chamber, and that's coming up pretty soon. But that's beside the point. This is just the best place. Save before you go in, and reload if you don't find it in the first 4 stumps in the area. That's the best thing you can do. Because the amber stumps are actually set in stone when you enter the dungeon. They are randomized when you enter the dungeon, and that's it. And you only get 1 shot. So a 1% chance to find an item on non-respawning chests. Or at least I've never had one to respawn. Maybe I've never played the Shivering Isles DLC long enough. But I have put so many hours into this game. Might just be a bug on my end. And finally, the last tip I can give you for this quest, and this one is actually supported by me, is that the best place to find randomized goods, that, you know, the Dagger of Friendship, the Ring of Disrobing, and everything like that, is here specifically. And that is actually because this room, Ibraka Crematorium, has 17 containers. All of these coffins, all of the urns and everything. And each of them will have randomized loot, and you can even get doubles, so this is kind of not the best, but it's still good enough. And that is really cool. That's everything, actually. That is every single thing I can say for this. And that means tomorrow we'll be getting another new episode of Oblivion with some small miscellaneous quests over in, Crucible? Yeah, Crucible. Some smaller ones that you can miss, and then after that, one larger one that takes me years and years and years of my life. Why are they dead? This is just like the horse back in, like, episode 300. I have no idea what happened here. Alright. Thank you guys, and I will see you next. I'm gonna reload when I enter the dungeon. I guess they got taken out by the shambles. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Ah, what a beautiful scenery. That's where we came out before. It's very nice down there. Thank you all. Bye.
This right here is one of my favorites. A lump of amber in the shape of Lord Sheogora's head. The wonders of nature never cease to amaze.